Good afternoon, everyone. Now my screen is loading and has been loading for a while. Let me see. Okay, I need to do something. I don't know whether it's because of the internet or something. Okay. I think I don't need to have that. I mean, if that presentation becomes difficult to be able to run, probably we'll do something else. What screen are you seeing? You know, this.
What's up?
These computers can. Okay. Anyway, let me see whether I can still just load it back. How many here are completely new to HFX trading? Ah, okay, okay. I can see DI. Let's raise that. It's new. I don't even know what your name is. That's DI. What is your full name?
Diana. My name is Diana.
Ah, okay, okay. Thank you. All right. So thank you. No problem. We'll just go through it briefly, just to describe what it is and so on. Let me see one more time if this particular screen can go into a presentation mode. Let me see if it won't. I will go back to yeah. That's there. So you can see the full screen now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So basically, of course, like in any trading, we always give a disclaimer, which is basically that foreign exchange trading is not suitable for all types of investors. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. What we achieve, what has been achieved is not typical. Okay, it also involves a high degree of leverage, which can work in your favor or against you, and more so when it comes to high frequency trading. We've always talked about high frequency trading as being slightly more riskier than foreign exchange, but I don't know. I think all of them are almost the same. Okay, although the temptation to do wrong things in HFX is so tempting. The market will always tempt you to do, and I'll mention maybe some of those things a little bit later. These are some of the terminologies that that you find in HFX binary trading. Actually, when we are talking about HFX, we are more specifically talking about binary trading, because that's actually what we are referring to here. And they are basically there are certain terminologies that we don't want to dwell into them so deeply. They are not important, or rather, they will not impact into your making or losing money, provided you just know at the back of your mind that these are some of the terminologies that we talk about. So when you enter into a trade, we say that you have a contract or something like that. And when you are on a buy, it's called a call. It's a call, all right? When you are on a sell, it's called a put, okay? Then you have what is called a strike price or a spot price. That is the current price of the particular asset that you are talking about. As we get into that, you probably will learn that. Then you have something called in the money or out of the money, okay? So in most cases, when you are in the money, you are saying you are in profit, all right? But that does not necessarily mean that you will make that money that is already showing as if you are going to earn. It's just potentially that between now and the time of expiry, the expiry time, and you can see that word there, expiry time, is when now the mbifu na mbichi will be known, whether your prediction was right or wrong, okay? And then, of course, we have what we call the Greeks and things like that. Don't even bother about that. This one has nothing to do. What you need to bother about is binary. And basically, what this particular screen, I don't know whether I need to keep it here for a while or whatever it is, but this is the guy who really inspired me this year to look at HFX, all right, more keenly. And basically, this guy, his own trading, he managed to grow an account of $500 to $1.1 million in 1.5 years. And I thought that was very, very impressive. And he did that on screen, on camera, all right? And that's what inspired me. And he's one of the top traders, top trainers on this particular platform. Not only is he one of the top trainers, he has developed one of the best software that we are using right now called the Hourglass. And we will look at that shortly after this, all right? Now, some of the advantages, quick advantages that I can just think out of my head, why HFX is good for people who are busy and who may not have all the time to study charts and do all that kind of thing, because of some of these things. First of all, stop loss is inbuilt. You don't have to, stop loss is already there. In fact, the moment you commit a certain amount into a trade, that is the amount you are willing to lose out of your investment, all right? So we, of course, normally recommend that whatever you commit is between 1 and 5%. You should not exceed 5% commitment onto a trade, all right? In fact, 5% should not even be in your vocabulary. I actually, currently I'm pushing my account so hard and I'm at 3%, but I find even 3% is quite high. So if you can even reduce it to 2% or even 1% is better, all right? It takes a very short time to achieve your goals, all right? And as I said, you normally trade in blocks of less than 1 hour. Don't exceed 1 hour from the time you start trading, and then you stop and do something else before you come back. And one of the reasons why that is the case is because it's also intense in the sense that you got to, when you have a live trade, either for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you kind of are attached to that particular trade until you finish it. Then you get into another trade, like so on and so forth. So that is also something critical that you need to bear in mind. So and all you need to do is to predict whether the price will be higher or lower than where the market is at the present. All right. You only need to, let me see, some people have typed in something on the chat and I'm not reading the chat. Where is this chat? Wow, the chat is somewhere else. Let me get to look at the chat. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to get where the chat is. Not yet started, only 20 to learn. I'm new to. You guys are interesting, okay. Yeah, so that's what happens at the expiry time. At the expiry time, you will actually discover whether you are right or you are wrong, okay? And so whether you will make that money or not. So if you look at, for example, the chart I have on the screen here, this chart here, the market goes up and down. So if you predict that between this time and this time, the price will be higher, then you win. But if you predict at this point that the price will be lower, you lose between that time, okay? But of course, if you predict for a longer time like here, okay, a longer time like here, then you will be right because the price at this point, after this much time, will be lower than this price, okay? So timing is also important. So apart from in trading foreign exchange, where you just are talking about your price going to a particular price, okay? Here, time is of essence, okay? So you have to specify your time between now and the expiry, okay? Let me see the next thing. So this is basically how you need to win your trades, okay? For every session, you ought to target, you are targeting between anything above 2% to 8%. In fact, according to Matthew Thayer, the trainer that I've just mentioned, he says that you target 8%. If you hit 8% within that trading session, stop and do something else. Stop and do something else. If within that time you lose 5% of your account, stop and do something else. So that is why if you commit one trade of 5% and you lose that one, then you have already hit your stop loss 5%, and so you don't continue, okay? But if so I have just given a table here. Probably if for you to be able to achieve the 8%, if you are committing per trade 1% of your account, you need to win 6 times, all right? And that's possible. You can actually win more than that, all right, within that session, okay? Now, if you are committing 2%, you only need to win 4 times. If you are committing 3%, you only need to win 3 times, and you are done for your session and so on. If you are committing 4%, you only need to win 3 times. If you are committing 5%, you only need to win 2 times, and so on. And then, of course, the other part here is that we now have many educators on the platform in IAM that you can trade with, okay? That you can trade with, and you can go to the HFX schedule, go live schedule, and you are able to trade live with the top traders. So how beautiful is that? That means exactly the way that Matthew Thayer made his $500 change into 1.2 million now. By the way, he hit 2 million, I think, last week. Okay, he said last week or just a few days back. Okay, he hit $2 million. So the way he hit $2 million, you could have done exactly the same by trading with him every single day. All right. Now, how do you trade? How do you trade? How do you trade whatever? You need brokers, okay? Brokers are different. The brokers that you use to trade binary are different from those that we use to trade foreign exchange. For example, foreign exchange, we use brokers like EGM, FX primers, IC markets, scope markets, whatever, on MT4 or MT5, okay? Now, binary is not traded on MT5. It's completely a different platform. Luckily, some of the platforms, you don't need to download anything. They are actually web-based, and you just log in to the page and trade. Either you log in on your phone or you log in on your computer, and so on. Now, what I find needful when trading HFX is that it could be very simple, but you need a charting tool. Okay, you need to look at charts so that you make better predictions. Otherwise, if you are just trading with one gadget like your phone, it can be like gambling. Okay, so you may not win that much when you are doing gambling. Now, the other reason is that the tables are normally turned against you, in the sense that when you lose, you lose 100%. When you gain only 70% of what you invested. All right, so you gain back what you invested plus 70%. But if you lose that 100%. So already the tables are turned against you. So if you are not, for you to be successful and profitable, you need to be 75% accurate in your trades. 75% accurate. Anything less, you will lose money. Anything less, you will lose money. So that is why it is so important that you use some of the tools that are available, especially on IM. And IM actually kills it when it comes to HFX. IM Mastery Academy kills it when it comes to HFX. All right. Now, without much ado, I want to first of all, I think, go to the platform. We log in onto the platform, all of us. You see how the platform normally looks like, and so on. So then I will now take us into the how I trade, how I use the tools of IM Mastery Academy to actually trade. Okay, so I think if we can do it like that, I think that will be easy. And then, by the way, if you have any question and you have any specific thing that you would like me to clarify, kindly type in on the chat. Okay, kindly type in on the chat, and then we will address that. All right. Now, yeah, I think that is great, isn't it, guys? I think we are making progress. So let me pull in this particular win. Okay, this one here. So this is one of the brokers. Yeah, if you can see my screen, FIDForex. Just confirm, type 111 or something like that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this is FIDForex. This is one of the brokers. In fact, I think this is the platform that Matthew there actually traded from 500 to 2 million now, $2 million. He traded on this particular platform called FIDForex, okay? So if you want to open an account here, you just come in here, click sign up right here, and you will have an account, okay? So it is web-based, Okay, as I mentioned, it's web-based. So you just log in into a demo account. Okay, this is a demo account, and remember, you are only allowed to have a demo account on these particular platforms when you have deposited a minimum of $250. So to start HFX, maybe that's one of the other constraints, is that the minimum amount that you can begin with HFX is at least $250. Okay, but I always, of course, suggest that if you can start with more, it's better and safer, and it will be not more stressful. Because one of the things about trading is that you need to be as relaxed in trading as possible, especially when it comes to HFX. In fact, one of the things, and I need to mention this so loudly, okay, I think Matthew mentioned this, was it on Monday? When you get into trading, when you start to place your trade, make sure that you have taken your emotions, you have left your emotions outside the door. Okay, anyway, you should not come to the trading table, trading desk, or place a trade with your emotions there. There should be no emotions completely. Anyway, which is a Herculean task, because you are talking about your money. Anyway, I'm joking, but yeah, if you trade emotionally, you'll have a heart attack much faster. And one of the other things that you need to be fully appraised with is that when you place a trade, you can lose it, and it's okay to lose it. All right, because there will be more other opportunities to trade and make money. You are the analyzer who analyzes the market, and you are better. You know how to analyze, so have confidence in your analysis. But after you've placed the trade, have the temerity, or whatever, the fortitude to accept when it is going to a loss. In fact, one of the greatest challenges that I have had with trading HFX is because I'm a kind of competitive person, and I don't like to lose. I do not like to lose. So I use, there are options, there are things that the broker gives you, some tools that the broker gives you to try and maintain or keep your trade alive, hoping that you will make more money. But that is actually the way to the grave. That is how to lose your whole account. It is what we call rollover and double up. Rollover and double up. If you have not started trading HFX, those are dangerous things to use. Use them very, very, very sparingly. Use them very sparingly, if at all you need to use them. All right, rollover and double up, rollover or double up. So normally when I open the screen like this is, for example, euro against dollar is the standard one that will normally come on the screen. I would like to make it compact so that I can see as much as possible on the chart. All right, so I normally have to click this magnifying glass, the one that narrows it down. So I narrow it up, because you can click the expanding class like that, but that will not be good for me, because I will not be able to see exactly what is happening in the chart. So I have to narrow it up. All right, I have to narrow it up so that I can see as much as possible. In fact, this could be one of the tricks that these particular platforms use, so that it's like you cannot see the full picture. You just see the currency moving in different directions. So in fact, that is why when you are trading this, you actually need a different charting tool, so that as you are looking at the chart independently on a different screen, you are now able to monitor what's happening here. All right. What can you trade? You can trade Forex, and you can see them here. This is US against Swedish krona, USD against the ruble, or I think this is the Russian currency or something like that. USD against Japanese yen, CNY, that is the Chinese currency, Swiss franc, Canadian, blah, 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 all of them, all the currencies that you are able to trade are listed here. And you only need to click on them, and their chart will come on the screen, and now you can buy or sell and so on. Now, this particular drop down here has currencies, okay, as the first one. There's also commodities, cryptos, and stocks. Now, so commodities basically are metals. So you are talking about gold. I think there are normally two of them, or let's just see. In commodities, there's gold and silver. So you can actually trade gold and silver, all right? And again, what you also need to pay attention here is this figure here, this number here. It keeps on changing. All right. So at this time, gold is paying 70%. That means whatever you commit, if you win back the money you invested plus 70% on top. So the higher, the better. The lower than 70%, it's not good. All right. Now, why 70%? So that for you to be able to be profitable long term, you need to only win at least 70% of the time. That's why I was talking about the fact that for you to be profitable, you need to win minimum 75% of the time. You need to be for your trades, you need to be winning 75% of your trades. All right. So that is important to mention there. All right. Cryptos, there are many of them that are available to be traded. Okay. You can trade all these cryptos, all right? Bitcoin is one of them, Ethereum, IOTA, Litecoin, and all that, okay? Unfortunately, most of these cryptos, some of them are 50%, okay? So you maybe just need to be able to note which one you can trade and so on. So let's go back to currencies. Let's go back to currencies. Okay. On the right-hand side here is your investment, all right? How much your money is at the present, all right? So here I have, on this particular demo account, I have $364, all right? Now, when you come down here, there is a drop down which has turbo, intraday, and long term. Now, you need to choose any one of those depending on how long you want to keep your trade. If you are trading anything below half an hour, you use turbo. So that's what we normally use. We trade on turbo, okay? Turbo is anything between 1 minute to 30 minutes. Although after the trade is open, when you use rollover, you can actually roll over your trade even up to 1 day forward, okay? If you roll it many times, okay? You can roll it until it is more than 1 day. Intraday is anything above 30 minutes all the way to, let me just see that. All right, so you see when you say this, it starts to show you in terms of hours, okay, from 1 hour and so on and so forth. So that's how this thing is designed. When you are on turbo, you can see here the drop down on turbo is 1 minute all the way to 30 minutes. When you change this to long term, this will change to dates, I think. Yeah, this will change to different dates. Now, this is, you can see this is from the 4th of September. So that means the earliest you can predict on this particular currency, for example, is up to the 4th. Today is 2nd of September. Now here is telling you, you predict only up from there for going forward, okay? So that's why we only stick to turbo. Then the other thing that you need to know on this right-hand side is you can keep your time fixed, okay? That means every time, this time between now and the expiry is a fixed time slot. The amount here is the amount you are willing to risk. All right. So right now it's pegged at it's $10. All right. $10 for 364 is what percentage? Let me just see whether you guys are with me. What percentage is $10 to 364? Somebody type in on the chat. What percentage is that? What percentage is that? That's 2.7. Is that right? Let's see. So you're talking about 10 divided by 364. Thank you so much. Sorry, wait a minute. Yeah, 2.7. So that is, so you see now how you choose, that is how you choose how much this amount can be. So if, for example, I want to do, say, $2 right now. So now, let me see. I want to now probably go to the screens that I use to trade. I want to share those ones. Unless there's somebody who still has a question on trading, then we can still come back. We can be moving from trading to the trading desk. Right now, let me see Euro, what it's doing. Let me see whether I can place a trade on Euro. I'll do a call for 3 minutes, and then I come back. 3 minutes. 3 minutes call. $2. Right. So I think I placed a trade. Let me just see how it is on this particular. So I placed a trade. I placed a trade for a call for 3 minutes, and let's see how this trade works out. Right now, I am out of the money because I have predicted that the market should go up. But you can see what it's doing. It's going against me and it's going down. All right. So I'm out of the money. So what I'll be seeing here is zero payout. The payout is zero. So I'm losing this particular trade. All right. Unless between this time and expiry, and the expiry is this green dotted line. How many of you can see this green dotted line? If you can see it, type in 222 on the chat. Green dotted line. This trade here, it has an arrow up. Yeah, thank you. It has an arrow up. That means I'm predicting that it will go up. That's when you do a call. When I'm predicting that it will be lower, I would have done a put. All right. So right now I'm still at a loss. All right. Let's see whether it will at least show some profit. All right. Still I'm at a loss. It just came briefly and then I'm still at a loss. All right. And it looks like it's just not working well for me right now. So now I have the opportunity of buying more time. Now I'm in profit. Now I'm out of profit again. Let's see. Now I'm in profit. Now you can see how much I will earn. I will earn, this is paying what, 70%, I think. Let me see, Euro is paying 85%. So 85% of $2 is $370. So I'll get back my $2 plus so a total of $375, but I'm out of the money again. So at this point, I can choose to buy more time. All right, I can choose to buy more time. Now you can only choose to buy more time when you are out of the money, when you are not in profit. When you are in profit, you cannot roll the time. All right, like right now I'm out of the money, so I can roll the time. So I've I've done the wrong thing. I have doubled up instead of rolling. All right. Okay. guys, those are some of the mistakes that you need to watch out. Instead of rolling the time, I doubled. But luckily, it looks like I will win both trades. And there it is, I win both trades. There it is. Voila, okay? So I'm a magician. Now, how did my magic come about? Anyway, it's good, I'm joking, but yes, I hope you guys are learning something. I would like somebody who is keen about this to unmute, and then we can be discussing with that person, because I realize I will talk until I don't know what I'm saying. But let me go to the chat, how I managed to predict this. So I will I stop sharing this, and then I share another screen. Number 2. Okay, so I share that. Okay, all right. Now, how many of you can see my screen that has a lot of white? You can see Trading View here. You can see our class here by Matthew Thayer. This is now by I Am Mastery Academy. Then you have down here currency strength meter. If you can see that. So Anshiro, you are going to be my to go to a person who will be responding, saying yes or no or whatever it is, so that I know that we are together. Anyway, so this is how I predicted this particular currency. It was somewhere here when I did that call. All right, I was lucky to have spotted this particular trade live, and that's how I managed to win it. All right, and you can see here on the right, you can see here that our class was also predicting an arrow up. All right, now those are the most powerful things that you need to learn. The only thing that was doing the opposite is the currency strength. All right, and the currency strength here was showing that euro is weaker than dollar, weaker than the dollar. I hope you guys know how to read the currency strength meter, which is given by this particular platform. It's a free to see tool that is given by livecharts.co.uk. You can always search currency strength meter. This is a very nice one. There's also another one given by fxblue.com. But I find this a little bit more complicated to use. For you to be able to interpret, this one is a little bit more complicated. So I find currency strength meter very, very powerful. All right. So this is how I trade. All right, guys. If you can see what I'm describing, type in 333, because I need to know that we are together. All right. Thank you, Beckham. Thank you, Dorcas. So how simple it is to look at this. Right now, look at where the euro is, and look at, so sometimes I can enter a trade even before these two agree. All right. So I would go to my my chart and see how it is, and probably see whether I can enter a trade. But this particular arrow here can easily flip. But let me just mention first of all how Matthew Thayer uses this particular chart, this particular hourglass. Okay, so you basically log into hourglass strategies and so on. I don't know whether you guys need to see how you get here, how you get to the hourglass. Is that something that you want me to do? But all right. Okay. So basically on the hourglass, now you can see the arrow has flipped. So we can go to our our trading whatever, and do a put for 3 minutes. So I've done a put. I want even to show you that particular trade. Let me stop sharing here and actually share the trading platform. I'll just put that trade on, because you can see the arrow has flipped, and we are now on the chart. How many of you can see the trading platform? Type in 111 if you can see the platform, the trading platform. All right, and we are in the money. We are in the money. So guys, can you see how you can easily make money with this particular strategy? Now, the other thing that I needed to mention about the charts, okay? Maybe we will stay here until this trade, either we lose it or we win. Again, as I mentioned, do not get attached to any single trade. Do not get attached to any single trade. I will not re-emphasize that. You can lose any single trade. In fact, you can lose maybe 1 or 2, 3 trades. In fact, some of these top traders, most of their session, there are times in their sessions they lose a series of trades. All right? Don't bother about that, because there are more trades that you can do later on. So don't get emotionally attached to one trade, as in you are looking at it with the whole of your life and just holding the screen that let this trade win, let this trade win, let this trade win. No. Look at what we have done. In very simple terms, we have been able to have 2 trades of the same currency in different directions, and we are making money. And we are making money. If you like what you are seeing, I'm joking. By the way, that's why sometimes these traders make a lot of noise, okay, on this particular. So if you like what you are seeing today, type in there 222. Okay, maybe you don't like. Only one person likes, only 2, only 3, only 4. Okay, thank you. So let's see the green bubble. The green bubble for us winning this trade. I hope we will. There is all odds that we will win, but sometimes you can lose even when it is like this. You can even lose when it is like this. But today it looks like somebody knows that I'm training and I'm teaching, and I must win all my trades. So I've won that trade, simple and easy. And again, if I take you back to the trading charts, let me just take you back there, just so that you see what was happening on the other side, on the charting desk, which is this one. Share. All right. So you notice that the arrow is still saying sell, but notice also that there is an entry price, where the entry price is. So whenever it shows you an entry price, make sure that you enter at higher or better than that price. Okay, higher or better. Okay. Again, I needed to mention why I use these two charts here. Now, the one for Matthew there, the hourglass, is on 5-minute chart. What is 5 minutes? It means that each one of these candles is 5 minutes. Is 5 minutes. Now, I prefer to also have a chart that is much quicker and faster than the 5-minute chart. So I have a 1-minute chart here for myself. All right. And on this particular chart, I have 3 indicators, which are also very, very key indicators that can help you further in your training. In your trading. All right. So we have a modified Bollinger Band. Okay. This one that has blue and red. Blue and red. This is a modified Bollinger Band. All right. Now, this indicator that has the Bollinger Band plus also support and resistance lines. Blue for support, red for resistance. All right. The middle line here, which is gray, is is the Bollinger Band moving average. It's the Bollinger Band's moving average. Now, we also have a line here, the 200 moving exponential moving average. Now, this particular indicator is one indicator that has all those tools. Now, if you need that indicator, it's free. It's called this, okay? It's called Evan-Cabral Binary Strategy 2. Now, of course, you guys know Evan-Cabral is one of the top educators on HFX, also on Forex, okay? He's a very, very good trader on both foreign exchange and in HFX, and he has his lessons. I don't know the time, but he normally comes in around 5, between around 5 to 5:30 in the afternoon, our time, when he trades. And he trades with this particular, and for him, he uses 5 minutes and 2 minutes, both combined. And he normally does 5 minutes trades, 5-minute trades. Now, I've also found that this indicator, the MACD indicator, is also a very, very powerful indicator. It has several things. It has momentum. It shows you momentum. Okay, so when this particular histogram of the MACD is growing either upwards or downwards, it shows you the momentum of that particular currency in that particular direction. All right. There is also here the RSI. RSI is also a very powerful tool that can show you a number of things. Both these can show you divergence and so on. But I've realized that for you to trade effectively with this particular tool, you need to trade when the currency, when the RSI is near the 40 and 60. So you can see my setting here. I have put it at 40 and 60. So I prefer trading when the RSI is between 60 and 40. That would be another lesson for another day. But basically, guys, I think I have I've covered most of what I needed to cover now. Probably now I can open the platform to question and answer session. We have had 2 winning trades. We could even have added a 4th one because the indicator here has flipped, and here it has also flipped, and we would have entered that and we would have won. You can see how easy it is to use both indicators here and also. So sometimes what I just needed to mention is this arrow is very powerful, okay? In fact, according to Matthew Thayer, it contributes 3 points. When this particular indicator is crossing upwards from down up, that is a half a point each. So that's 2 points. So with that alone, with those alone, you have what? You have 4 points. Now he says when you have a trade which has 4 points, that is a great trade. Okay. Now, if the currency strength meter is also favoring what you are doing, like right now, it is not favoring euro to go up because euro is very weak against the dollar. Okay, so you are going against that. So this is just a 4-point trade. Okay, so it's a great trade, but it's not an amazing trade. But when these two are when the currency strength meter is agreeing with this, currency strength meter carries another point. So that is 5 points if the currency strength meter is in favor, and that will be an amazing trade. For example, when you are up here selling, that would have been an amazing trade. Okay, anyway, so I think I finished my training today. So anyone who has a question, you can unmute and ask. I know I've spoken the whole time. Okay. I have spoken the whole time. Looks like everybody is doesn't have a question. Either I've effectively communicated, or I have said I have failed to communicate at all until you are completely lost. So, yeah, Dorothy, that's correct. That's correct. By the way, the only way you can learn how to trade is to trade. The only way you can learn to trade is to trade. Okay? You cannot learn to trade when you are only seeing the top traders clicking trades and placing trades. So, Dorothy, that's correct. Thank you very much that you have appreciated the learning. Yes. If you need a demo account that does not require you to pay or to open a live account first, try Pocket Options or IQ Options. Okay, try Pocket Options or IQ Options. Okay, so that those ones can give you a demo account that you can trade with and demo with. Okay. Otherwise, I hope we will be able to have real sessions when we can make real money, okay, together as a team, especially Team Kenya. I think I'm really looking forward to the time that we will trade together and make money together. All right. I am just hoping that I think we will agree on a specific time. I think I'll come up with that, and I'll say which time that I'll be trading with the rest of all of us, and we can trade together. Yeah, so I think that will be powerful. Otherwise, because I think there is no question, who would like to say something before the end of the day instead of just typing in on the chat? Can somebody, I need to hear the sauti ya mtu mmoja ama wawili hapa. Just say something. Something. Oh, thank you, Diana. I think you are a guest. Yeah. Now you can see how to quickly and easily make money using HFX. I hope you join and join HFX. All right. And we make money with HFX. I would like somebody to say something. Yeah. Diana, say something. Can see you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening. Thank you very much. It was my first time to attend this session. I believe I need to attend many more before I can jump into HFX trading. Thank you.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Anshiro, Anshiro, say something.
KK, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you for a very well done presentation. At least this I think is my third session, so I'm learning quite a bit, and I think if maybe another 2-3, then I think I'll be very ripe to, of course, attend. I mean, to try my hand on HFX. So very informative, and thank you very much.
All right. I think I think the next session we will have, now that you've mentioned that, the next session we will have, it will be purely on trading. Okay. So next Wednesday we will trade. So I want everyone, if you don't have a live account, open Pocket Options. Okay. Go to Pocket Options and get a free account, or get IQ Options and get a free account, so that all of us on Wednesday next week, that will be our first live trading sessions that we will all do. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night, and Mungu awabariki na awalinde sana sana. Thank you.